Hello there, my name is Sixo, and today we're taking a look at the transformation for Earthrise Scorponok. Now, I've already published a full unboxing video which includes a bit of background as well as my initial thoughts on the toy itself. And here we're just going to go through the transformation for the first time. Now, I've never done this one before, so it should be a bit of an experience. So here we go. Right, well, we've already taken a look at that immense robot mode. And we have transformed the head, but now we're just going to take that off and set that to one side. I'm going to put it up here on the shelf. Right, now the instructions say to remove these guns, so they're going to come off. Let's put those up here. You also have to remove the shield at this stage. I've already taken it off, but there it is, so that comes off. So I think that is all of the bits required to get him going. Yes, it looks like it. Okay, so first things are, fold his arms up. There we go. From the instructions anyway, this doesn't look like it's going to be horrifically complicated, it has to be said. But, you know, maybe I'm being a bit naive. We'll see. Okay, let's play the arms out just a little bit. Oh, actually, so they do say to keep the head on. Oops. Just lost a piece. I was getting ahead of myself there, no pun intended. I promise no pun intended. I promise. So actually you just rotate the head round so the head can stay in place, which is kind of cool. I guess that makes sense now that I'm thinking about it, but you'll forgive me for being slightly bowled over by this guy. Okay, now we're going to turn the whole body. So we're kind of struggling for space a bit here today with this fella. This was a lot easier with Athena, I can tell you. Whoops. Got the instructions. Right, now we want to unpeg this bit at the back. It's this whole tail section, which just unfolds there, and actually that comes all the way down. There we go. Revealing those legs. From this angle, it kind of looks like some weird robotic ribcage, eh? Now, this tabs in just there. There's a tab just behind this slot that it goes into. Okay, so that's that done. Now the legs fold out. Of course, on the original toy, G1 toy, these were kind of like motorized legs. I don't mind them not being like that on this one, I have to say. Not too fussed about gimmicks like that. There's a little panel in here that just folds out. Okay, looking good so far. Now then, we want to lie him down. So I guess this panel is just for show more than anything. Right, we're going to lie him down now. Which gives us some indication of how big he's going to be in Scorpion mode. Okay, so you can hopefully see what's going on. Right, you've got to fold these legs like that. I mean, I'm not surprised to see those legs folding up, starting to. These panels fold, it says fold them out. How strange, hang on. Great big panels on the legs just there. Fold those up. Now we want to fold the feet in. Listen to those ratchets, that is something. Really is something. It looks like fold the feet away now. So these feet we saw in my main video just pop out pretty easily. There we go. Now they fold back over, and then these bits fold up like that, I think. Yeah, and then they're going to be just that way. Right, okay, let's just have a quick look at that in detail. So yeah, that just slots in quite nicely. Fairly straightforward, actually. I'm guessing those purple panels will fold back up. And they do. Yep. So there's a few things being manoeuvred around there just to kind of make space for other stuff. just for the transformation, as it were, but actually it all kind of ends up sort of roughly back where you would expect, if anything. Okay, so they fold up there. Now this is saying to fold this bit up to there. Hang on. Oh, I see. So there's a little, yeah. So in order, you've got to kind of shorten this section which the tail is connected to. So it folds up like that, then up here, and then there are two tabs for this to, there we go, peg into. There we go. Pretty solid, but already looking like it's holding together quite nicely. Now, this section folds, oops, and it's come out. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to do that without it. Oh, okay, you're supposed to do that first, that's why. So I'm doing it in the wrong order. So now you fold that panel, that grey panel in first, and then you do this. See, it helps if you read the instructions properly. Now I can't get it tucked back in. There we go. Okay. Right, now the tail flips out. That looks fairly straightforward. There we go. And that's pretty much as you would expect. That tail piece. Hang on, let me just have a look. Yeah, okay, I thought so. It had popped out in the box or what have you on my copy, this piece, this end piece. For a minute I was going to say it doesn't feel like it's particularly stable at all, but actually it's fine. It was fortunately just not quite pegged in properly, straight out the box. Unbelievably, we're nearly done. That's nearly it. Right, fold the little scorpion toes down, position them however you want. I'm going to have mine kind of like that for now anyway. I'm sure we'll have another fiddle with them in a minute. And that's it, really. That is basically it. I mean, there's a little bit to do with putting the guns on, what have you, so we'll do that real quick. So, number one gun goes on here. I'm doing this from the top, so I can't see where the peg hole is. Silly me. Other gun on the other arm. And it's funny, because on the original toy, you got 4 guns, 4 of these guns anyway, the equivalent guns. So there was a set either side of his arms. But obviously on this version, they give you the 2. And that doesn't really matter. That's all you need. All you need. So yeah, they just peg in there. Now you can take his shield, and we're going to just separate that again. Now actually these pieces, there we go. These pieces were originally on the sides of his legs, so you don't have to have it all made up as a shield at all, if indeed you don't want to. And it looks like they just peg. Where is it? Line it up properly. There we go. That's it. They peg onto the sides of the scorpion's body just there. And actually that's kind of cool, because these little pegs just here almost look like blasters. Don't know if it's meant to be the case or if they're just pegs, but they kind of look like it anyway. Right, and then the final bit is that you want to take this shield piece and plug it into his bum. So we're going to turn the scorpion around, and it just tabs under there and stows away. And that piece has, I don't know, I don't think that's quite as that's meant to be, but it looks fine actually, so I'm going to leave it. I'm not too worried if that's how it's meant to be. But overall, that's basically it. I don't know if that's, no tabs there, so yeah, they just kind of slot over. So that's your lot. That is Earthrise Scorponok transformation. Really not complicated at all. I mean, obviously it's a big old toy, but there's not that much in terms of intricate conversion or what have you. You could do that in a couple of minutes even. So yeah, there we go. Okay, well, hope you've enjoyed the transformation if you've watched that. I'm going to be handing back over now to my main video where we're going to take a look at the Scorpion mode. We've already done a load of comparisons with the robot mode, lots of comparisons with other toys. So yeah, hope you'll check that out as well. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day and TTFN.